Okay, sixth grade. Today we're going to be working on lesson 4, okay, and we're on chapter 6, and it's called Multiple Representations of Functions. So this is going to be a lot of longer questions, so they're going to take you a little bit of time to do, but again, there's going to be less then. So let's look at real world link on page 481. It says a group of friends are going to a museum. Each friend must pay an admission price of $9. So each friend costs $9. So the table that is started for you looks like this. Okay, friends, which is the letter N, the cost is in dollars. One friend costs $9. So it's easier for you to figure out how much two friends cost. It would be $18. 2 times 9. 3 friends would be 3 times 9, which is 27. And 4 friends would be 4 times 9, which is 36. So that's how you fill out that table to figure out how much the cost of admission is for 1, 2, 3, and 4 people. So it says that was step number 1. Complete the table, and they also want you to graph the ordered pairs. Your ordered pairs are going to be 1, 9, 2, 18, 3, 27, and 4, 36. You'll notice that the y values are counting by 5s. The x values are only counting by 1. So be careful when you're plotting your points. 1, 9, you're going to go over 1, and you're going to go up 9. So it's going to be a little bit below the 10. And then I'm going to label it 1, 9. The next one's 2, 18, go over 2, go up to 18, which is almost halfway between 15 and 20. 2, 18. 3, 27, over 3, up to 27, which is 2 above 25. And 4, 36. Do the best that you can, just kind of eyeballing the points. And then what you can do is you could draw a line, or you could just leave it like that for now. But you should note, number 2, it says describe the graph. You should note that the ordered pairs, they form a line. So this should form a straight line. So that would be your answer for number 2. The ordered pairs form a line. Number 3 says to write an equation to find the cost of n tickets. So if we want to know the cost of n tickets, our equation is going to start off with a t equals. T is for tickets. T equals, we know that we're working with the letter n because they gave that to us. That's the variable that they gave us. And we know that it's 9 times n. So your equation is going to be t equals 9n. So that's the answer to question number 3. And number 4 says, list the ordered pair for the cost when 5 friends go to the museum. So 5 friends really would just mean adding another point to this table, right? It would be 5 times 9, okay, if you put it over here, and 9 times n, with 9 times 5, is going to be 45. So your ordered pair is going to be 5, 45 would be that answer, okay? So that was the real world link. Now if you could turn to page 482, where it says represent functions using words and equations. So they gave you an example. A runner's distance in a marathon is equal to 8 miles per hour times the number of hours. The equation would be d for distance is equal to 8 times t. Okay? Words and equations can be used to describe functions. For example, when a rate is expressed in words, it can be written as an equation with variables. When you write an equation, determine what variables to use to represent different quantities. That's us picking those letters. Appropriate letters. Let's look down to letter A at the bottom of page 482. A mouse can travel 8 miles per hour. Write an equation to find the total distance, d, a mouse can travel in h hours. So we're trying to find the total distance d. I'm going to write this down here. D is the distance that we're trying to find. So we're going to write d is equal to, and if a mouse can travel 8 miles per hour, our equation is just going to be d equals h, 8 times h. Okay? Now let's look at guided practice. And again, you are going to be completing the rest of these questions that I'm skipping over, so make sure to read the whole lesson, but I'm just kind of giving you one example from each section so that it'll help you answer the rest of the questions. So let's look at guided practice on page 484. The school cafeteria sells lunch passes that allow a student to purchase any number of lunches in advance for $3 per lunch. Write an equation to find T. We're finding T, so I'm going to write T equals the total cost in dollars for a lunch pass with N lunches. So they gave you the second variable, they gave you the first variable, you have to use the letters that they gave you, okay? So T is equal to, and we know that it's $3 per lunch, so it's just going to be T equals 3 times N. That's your equation. Equations always have to have that equal sign. Letter B, they want you to make a function table to show the relationship between the number of lunches, N, which is up here, and the cost, which is T. Now again, when you make a function table, you could choose any 3 numbers to start. For example, here, I'm just going to choose 3 easy numbers, 1 lunch, 2 lunches, 3 lunches. Now I'm able to plug in these numbers into my equation, okay? 3 times N, 3 times 1 is 3. So 1 lunch is $3, which makes sense because that's what the question told us. 2 lunches, 3 times 2 is $6. 2 lunches is $6. 3 times 3, 3 lunches is going to be $9. So now you have your function table completed. Letter C, they want you to graph the ordered pairs and then analyze the graph. Graphing the ordered pairs are right here for you. 1, 3, 2, 6, and 3, 9. Those are your ordered pairs. Those are the points that you're going to be putting onto your graph. The graph is already drawn for you, so you just have to go over and up. Over 1, up 3, plot your point, label it. Over 2, up 6, plot your point, label it. Over 3, up 9, plot your point and label it. And you should notice then when it says analyze the graph, they give you a little line at the bottom. You say the graph forms a line because each ticket costs $3. So it's increasing by the same amount each time, which is why it's going to continuously form this straight line. So again, the graph forms a line because each ticket costs $3. Okay? Finish pages 481 to 484, any questions that we didn't get to today. And you're also going to be doing independent practice, pages 485 and 486. Okay? And again, it's not a lot of questions. Really, it's only 3 major questions, but it's got a lot of parts to it. They all have all of these parts where you have to make the function table, come up with the equation, plot the points, analyze the graph. So they all have at least 3 or 4 parts to them. If you look at number 2 on independent practice on page 485, just be careful with the equation there. A lot of people might not think that they gave you enough information, but they did give you enough information. It says, let F represent the cost of ordering each ticket online. Write an equation that could be used to find the cost of ordering each ticket online. So we know that the total is going to be $64.50. So it's going to be equal to $64.50. The cost of each ticket online, if you look at that picture at the top, it says 2 tickets are $24.95 each. We want to just figure out what the cost of one of them is. So your equation is actually going to be $24.95. You're going to have to multiply that by 2 to get the 2 tickets. So it's going to be $49.90 plus, I wrote 2F. Okay, F represents the cost of ordering each ticket online. This one was a little bit tricky, so I'm going to give you this equation. So this is part A. This is number 2, part A. From there, you could answer questions B and C with that equation. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know.